gentlemen, please welcome the man who thought Apocalypse Now was a compilation album, Craig Charles.
Mary Shelley once wrote about a Dr. Frankenstein, a doctor who dreamed of creating the perfect man. The man with the strength of 10 good blacksmiths, and who put the toilet seat down after using it. Dr. Frankenstein raided the graveyards for body parts and put enough electricity up his jack point to light the Blackpool illuminations. But alas, Dr. Frankenstein's monster had two major flaws. One, he looked like a badly sewn together dead person, and two, he still didn't leave the seat down. 200 years later, and people are still trying to animate lifeless objects with electricity. We call it Robot Wars. And to prove it, here's 6 mechanical monsters.
First, from Newport, Disruptor.
A 4-wheel drive machine with a 25cc petrol engine for the weaponry, a 9-inch circular saw on a movable arm. At 82.1 kilos, it's the heaviest bot in the field. Captain Anthony Lockwood once built a hang glider out of scaffolding and tarpaulin and made his sister test it.
From Romford, Corporal Punishment.
4 12-volt batteries power the electric motor, a 2-wheel drive with a zero turning circle. Designer builder Adam Clark had Vector of Armageddon in the first wars, which got stuck early on. The front lifting scoop will double as a ramming device. It only costs £50 to build.
From Cumbran, Panic Attack.
Coming to my parlour, says the Spider to the flying machines all around it. The 12-inch long hardened steel spikes can ram and lift a ton in weight. The 4-wheel drive gives it a 0-degree turning circle. The shell's aluminium. The Spiders were designed by a Year 7 pupil.
From Cranfield University, Ron.
It took 10 weeks to build this war machine. Its 4 drills, 300mm circular saw and 4 saw cutters look menacing. It's even drilled a hole in a fridge door in training. The motors from a Kawasaki motorcycle can generate 9 miles an hour, and it certainly do run, Ron. Do run, Ron.
From Farnborough, Whirling Dervish.
This may look like an old car tyre, and it is. An off-wheel tyre turned inside out with a bandsaw blade at the base. They used a plasma jet to cut the components, 6 wheelchair motors for the drive, up to 5 miles an hour. The rotating blade weapon looks like a food mixer.
From Dunstable in Hertfordshire, the Parthian Shot.
Costing £400 to build on a basic tank configuration, powered by 2 starter motors from a scrapyard. The frame comes from the bracing from some benches thrown out at work. Look out for the front and rear spikes. Let's go back to the man at the top, Craig.
You've got to be cruel to be kind. So when one robot gets cruelly eliminated after the gauntlet, I hope he appreciates our overwhelming kindness.
This is the gauntlet. As ever, each robot has to get down to that end zone in as fast a time as possible. There are 3 horrendously difficult courses to choose from. There are 3 horrendously fierce house robots defending those courses. Let's hope they make it to the end zone.
Roboteers, stand by.
Captain Kim Davis, Kevin Pritchard and Lee Wickham with Panic Attack.
Panic Attack has a top speed of 10 miles an hour. We have some pretty flashing lights and some wicked force.
3, 2, 1, activate.
And there's an extra trap in the waiting here for our competitors, the ram rig, just in front of the seesaw. So Killalot there at the top of the picture. Panic Attack nervy as the ram rig squeezes in. But now, onto the seesaw. Has it got enough power? Killalot coming in, but holding the seesaw down! Oh, that's demonic! And that's Evil Knievel from Panic Attack! The dead metal's waiting! And in comes Shunt as well with a deadly axe! Piercing and punctuating and puncturing! That's Spider at Panic Attack! What are they going to do now? Oh, that is the eye of the Spidey! And this looks deadly! They're stopped! No wonder Shunt's happy. And that was the tactic used by Killalot to hold the seesaw down. Had to fly through the air and then in trouble. But not a bad run, 10.8 metres.
Since when are the house robots had machine guns?
That looked very painful, right in the technical bits, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit nasty, isn't it?
It's all very well being called Panic Attack. The thing is, you shouldn't panic when you're halfway across that seesaw and just throw yourself on the side.
There was a robot underneath it. It wasn't going to go down, so it was either go back or try and jump over them. That's what.
Look what was behind us.
Yeah.
Roboteers, stand by.
Corporal Punishment with Adam Clark, once a weirdy beardy who's been here before with a featherweight. And stuck on that second ramp. Only a ground clearance of 1 millimetre, and I think that's costing them here.
You haven't got much clearance on this, so is that going to make the ramp difficult?
After the last war, we don't do ramps.
Okay. And also it's quite wide, so is that going to make the ram rig difficult?
It could be, I think, yeah, but we'll see how we squeeze through there.
3, 2, 1, activate.
He once built an armadillo for his brother and niece, so he's used to building things with protection. Enough protection against those circular saws, I wonder. Oh, this is a good run, though. Until Dead Metal comes in and pushes. Corporal Punishment all the way back onto the ram rig. And this is a good surge of power and through. Great run.
Corporal Punishment.
Well done, Adam Clark.
Come up to the podium. You were in the last war, weren't you, with a featherweight robot?
Yeah, I was, but then I shaved the beard off from the embarrassment. So.
Well, you've got a heavyweight now.
Yeah.
How do you find the difference?
The engineering's a bit easier because you can be a bit more lardy with the components you can choose. So,
Yeah.
But other than that, you can have a lot more power. So,
You did amazingly well.
yeah,
I
worked
mean,
so well.
you bashed right the way through, bashed everything apart, and you're through to the end zone.
Yep.
See you in the next round.
Thank you very much.
Give him a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Good run by Corporal Punishment and through, completing the course.
Roboteers, stand by.
Next up, Ron, driven by Johnny Conamu, a research student.
This is Robot Ron, powered by Eurofighter batteries. It's got a titanium lid, and it goes like this.
3, 2, 1, activate.
Team captain, Colin Offer there, once built a wall-climbing sucker robot. Not a sucker on the spikes away. Good turn. This is a nippy little robot, Ron. Oh, change of tactics. Dead Metal pushing the seesaw over, moving it. Difficult here for Ron to traverse with Sir Killalot right behind, pinning it down. It's lost its way, it's lost its bearings, and Dead Metal pushes it in under.
Which way are you going to go? You're driving, aren't you?
Hopefully from the middle side, yes. We'll do our very best. Yeah, it's a well-designed robot, so...
So shiny, you don't want to get a scratch on him.
It's supposed to be for my PhD as well, so I hope the main robots will not crash completely.
John works with Colin and Chris as a research student. We need to do research on punishment taken. Oh, look at the battering here. From Shunt to the top of your picture and Dead Metal in there as well. And still, Shunt's deadly blade slices in. It's going nowhere here, Ron. Ron should be called ROB, relies on batteries. The battery power is running out, they say. They look in agony. Relief at the end of it all.
The Ron team, come to the podium. Well, the Ron did not Ron.
Almost.
But you took a hell of a bashing from Shunt.
We did our best, we were very close. Things are still moving, you can see there.
Yeah.
So it has a mind of its own now.
I think you got far enough to make it into the next round.
Well, I hope so. Thank you very much. Still works. Thanks very much.
We'll see you there, lads.
Well, here's confirmation. Ron has done enough, 11.6 metres ahead of Panic Attack. Parthian Shot should be next up, but have a look at this.
This is Neil. Now, the test area is miles away from the arena. What are you still doing here?
Well, we've only just finished building the robot, and of course, a bit of a test run. We don't know how things are going to handle, and it didn't power up. The micro's completely no voltage on it at all, basically. So it's a bit of a mad panic.
Roboteers, stand by.
Disruption to our schedule. Disruptor takes centre stage.
It's powered by 5 electric motors and a 25cc petrol engine, which powers the main weapon, which is the circular saw.
3, 2, 1, activate.
And in training, Anthony Lockwood drove this into his radiator and burst the pipes. Disruptor. There's that tactic again, look. Moving the seesaw away. This is Dead Metal's brain coming into play. This is Disruptor's circular saw taking on Killalot, and that's an unwise move. And Killalot looks mean and menacing. There's the kill cam coming in to try and claw Disruptor into the air, and doing so. The lance piercing the undershell and taking a hold. Disruptor's going nowhere here, nowhere fast. The circular saw grinds to a halt. This is a disastrous run. Despondency and gloom. They loved it. The saw against Killalot. Don't try that, because he'll go for revenge, and did, and got it. Disruptor only 5.5 metres. Again, next should be Parthian Shot. Time is running out, boys.
Guys, how's it going? Race against time at the moment?
Well, we found out what the problem was.
because we hadn't protected that properly when we were doing the welding.
Protected what? All this...
All the electronics.
Yeah.
We had a weld spot that jumped on and shorted one of our boards.
Sorry, can I try this?
Yep. No, other one.
Do I need to stand back while you try that?
Oh, you haven't connected the backup, have you?
No!
Robot ears, stand by.
So, next to the starting grid, whirling dervish.
It's a very simple two-wheel chassis and an independently controlled, centrally mounted weapon motor. When we turn that on, these clubs rotate at up to 450 RPM in this direction, and the shell and the bandsaw blade rotate in the opposite direction.
3, 2, 1, activate.
The spinning demon attacks the gauntlet against the ram rig. Doesn't look too steady on those wheels, does it, really? Now taking on the seesaw. It wasn't too steady on the wheels. Those flailing lumps of metal weigh 4 kilos each, but no match for Killalot. Already in there. Well, you may spin and turn and whirl, but against Sir Killalot, that's feeble, but Sir Killalot's dragging him the wrong way. In other words, further down the course. Surely there'll be some sort of steward's inquiry in from the other teams, because they're gaining yardage. Or is there some sort of rhyme and reason to the robot madness? Is he dragging Whirling Dervish to the kill from shunt? Damage sustained.
Dervish seems to the podium. Guys, what went wrong?
Well, the problem with that design is that it's very hard for us to see what's the front of the robot, and just fell off the side of the ramp there, and from there we're in trouble.
Yeah, but you designed it. Why design a robot where you don't know where the front is?
Well, once we were on the flat, we're okay, and we thought we could get out of any situation by being round, but it just didn't work.
Well, it's called a whale and Dervish. It didn't wail very Dervishly.
It should be okay. It bounces quite well.
Brilliant. Ladies and gentlemen, give them a round of applause.
It was round. It took a right old pound. Oh, look, it seems as if it's on fire. Helped out by Killalot, it's through with 9.5 metres.
Look at the state of this. That's coming apart there. I think I've just tipped it over it.
The weld snapped off on the mounting for this, but we can fix that.
Okay.
We were lucky to be carried down the course, I think. We got further than we should have done.
Well, let's see if the Parthian shot team can make the starting lap. Time ticks down.
Parthian shot. Your time is up.
You know you're busy welding. Got some bad news to deliver. Yeah. The powers that be have decided you have definitely run out of time.
That's a shame, because we just got it going.
Literally, you just got it going.
Yeah, just got it going.
It wouldn't be very movable, but all we've got to do is get more than 3.8 metres, as far as I'm aware.
And there's absolutely nothing we can do about this. They've just got it going. No?
Just got to go forward more than 3.8 metres.
Oh, sorry, guys.
Oh, hell, never mind.
Get the top on. Let's see what it would have looked like.
Essentially, that was our one weapon. That's not on properly, but
Well, that was the plan.
that was the plan. more or less.
Unfortunately, things don't always go to plan on Robot Wars.
Actually, boys, the target was 5.5 metres, no matter. The Parthian shot, a passing shot.
One robot is down. Another will be eliminated in the trials. Now, when you think of sumo, you think of the honour, the tradition, the slapping of talcum powder onto oriental backsides. But this sumo isn't about overgrown men wearing nappies. It's about nothing plump, rotund or portly. It's about lean, mean, fighting machines trying to bash each other's brains in. Each of our competing robots will go head-to-head with the house robot. The one that lasts the least amount of time before being pushed over the edge will be chopped up into sushi. Panic Attack's up first, and he'll be grappling with Shunt. So let's slap the fat and let the trials begin.
Why the spider?
Well, our name's Panic Attack, and we ran a competition in my school where I work, and the Year 7 pupil came up with the design because when she thought about panicking, she thought of spiders, so that's the design she did.
So what's her name and how old is she?
She's Leanne King, and she's in Year 7 in Fontanham School.
Hello, well done. You'll see it get trashed.
I don't think so.
3, 2, 1, activate.
Kim Davis, the driver, wants to be an F-15 fighter pilot. Here he comes in for the kill. Bandits, tally-ho! Ooh, in comes Shunt to try and spin it away. And Shunt goes instead!
feel that way?
Excellent. He gave us one in the eye last round. This time he took it. Big time.
Well done, lads. It looks like you're through to the next round.
Panic attack, shunting the house robot off, victorious, and through, surely.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Whirling dervish team spinning those 4-pound lumps of metal against shunt, crashing against the snowplow. Wheels away, oh, very nearly off the sumo table and into oblivion. That was dangerous. Lasting the distance here almost again. And finally on, the circular shorty couldn't bite into the track. They tried to gain grip, but tumbled away. Tired-looking robot. 20.27 seconds, though, should still be good enough.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
So the Robot Wars veteran, Adam Clark, takes on Shunt again. Listen to the screech of the tyres there. They want him out. Look at the smoke from the tyres, gaining grip, gaining purchase. Shunt wheels and turns and topples again. And the little dance of delight for corporal punishment.
Victory dance from you there. How do you feel about that?
It's not my problem now, is it?
Do you think it was going to go so well for you?
No, I thought it was going to go a bit worse, actually, but managed to do a bit of manoeuvring and seemed to do the trick.
All that hard work for about 8-10 seconds.
Excellent, isn't it?
Not bad. Ladies and gentlemen, give a round of applause.
The best sumo performance so far from corporal punishment, but one wonders how much punishment Shunt can take now, having been tipped off twice.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Disruptor takes on Shunt. We're going to study the house robot here. Circular saw, making no difference at the moment. Shunt looks slow and sluggish here. A meeting of robot minds. Energy and power and Disruptor holding on. This is some sort of deadly, demonic dance between the two. Shunt comes in to try and push it away. It's a good long run, though, by Disruptor. Heaving back. And they've done enough. Well done.
Go to the podium. Well, it looked like you were just doing one majestic, slow dance for the whole of the time.
It's exciting, but we stayed on.
It wasn't very exciting. But you had your circular saw going, but you couldn't seem to get anywhere near Shunt with it.
Doesn't go sideways.
Nah. Well, the next one might, mightn't it?
Yeah, the next one probably will.
Give them a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Disruptor holding on with Shunt and surviving and through. Last competitor, Ron.
So while you're sitting waiting then to go on for the sumo, are you working out tactics?
We don't really need to work out tactics now. Sumos are a sort of event. We've got a lot of torque and we think we can sit there better than most of the others.
And it's really important that you've put your stickers on to hide the damage that was inflicted.
Plasters.
Oh, plasters.
It's been bleeding
Okay.
a little bit and it covers the damage up nicely.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
The Ron team plastered then. And doesn't it show? Well, they fancied the event. So did Shunt.
It was over pretty quickly.
I'm sorry about that. We did our best. If we'd have made contact, we had a chance of pushing, but his blade just lifted us up.
He hit us too quick and pushed us straight away before we got any power on him.
I bet you're disappointed.
Well, we are, yes. But we tried our best and we had good fun all the time here with all the people.
Cheer them up, audience. Give them a round of applause.
Very popular team. Pathetic attempt. Shunt back to his best. Ron out. 4.6 seconds only. Bye-bye.
You did all right, didn't you, guys?
Yeah, not bad at all.
Not bad at all. They're just dismantling. But sadly, lounging, because you've got nothing else to do in this war of robot
We don't have to rebuild it anymore, so take it easy.
Well, we've separated the men from the boys. The satchel-wearing robots are off crying to mummy, and we're left with the ones with beards and mortgages. Our 4 surviving robots have been randomly drawn in battle against each other. The winners will then fight for a place in our series semi-finals. All you need to win is bash the brains out of the other robots, or at least immobilise them. If there's no clear-cut winner, then a decision will be made by our panel of judges who'll be looking at style, control, damage and aggression. Let's get stuck in.
The first semi-final, Whirling Dervish against Panic Attack.
Two very different robots in the next battle. The Panic Attack team, what's going to be your technique?
Just go in there and push him around the ring if you can. Try and get him into a house robot and hope they deal with him.
So, Whirling Dervish, it's not really in bits, is it? It's just that...
It's just being charged up. All we've got to do is put the lid on and it's all working.
Good, so it's better than it looks. Tactics, any?
Oh, we'll stand in the middle and whirl the whirling bits, I think.
3, 2, 1, activate.
Panic Attack, the faster, heavier but smaller of the two, has to avoid those flailing lumps of metal. Has to avoid the circular saw blade underneath if Whirling Dervish gets up on top like that. But flipped up by the two electrically operated lifting spikes, could be in danger. Has to avoid the PPZ, don't forget. The perimeter patrol zone guarded by our own house robots, tugged and pulled and flipped, and now in comes Dead Metal with those horrible pincers dragging it back in to the kill. Burning rubber. In goes Dead Metal. He loves it. We all love it. And that's the crazy world of Robot Wars. And in comes Shunt, and there's the camera, and there's the pickaxe, and this looks deadly now for Whirling Dervish. Have they given up the ghost? Let's see what's happening to Panic Attack. Oh, look at that damage caused to Sergeant Bash. His fan club does not look amused. And Matilda may want revenge on behalf of the house robots. Good dodge by Panic Attack, but Bash looks in real trouble there. And I think Panic Attack has done enough, because the Whirling Dervish team have virtually retired. Immobilised and out, surely.
Well, lads, what went wrong there, then?
Well, I think it's rather obvious we had the wrong way up, and I think we just had a retread on the tyre, but never mind.
Unlucky, lads. Panic Attack. Not only did you bash Whirling Dervish, you also bashed Sergeant Bash.
Yeah, well, we were after Shunt because we owed him, but he seemed to keep away from us.
Brilliant. Ladies and gentlemen, give them a round of
The
applause.
boys from Wales are Welsh Dragons. Panic Attack through.
Hey! Welcoming the heroes. Everybody loved you. Not only did you have a good battle with the Whirling Dervish, but also you got your revenge, didn't you, on the house robots?
Oh, yes, we did. I thoroughly enjoyed that.
The second semi-final, Corporal Punishment against Disruptor.
They've worked together side by side for the whole time, and now they've got to take each other on. Is that going to be difficult? Have you become mates?
Yeah, but that's not a problem when you get in the arena, is it? So
What's it going to be like?
I think there's going to be a lot of shoving going on because they're both quite powerful robots.
3, 2, 1, activate.
So will Corporal Punishment's lifting scoop come into play here against that deadly circular saw on the movable arm of Disruptor? A bit of toing and froing going on, testing each other out. There's the Disruptor team, Anthony Lockwood, Masayo Kobayashi and Wayne Martin. The saw on the movable arm driven by the petrol engine. Rammed by Corporal Punishment. Don't forget the judges will evaluate aggression and style. Adam Clark, the 35-year-old designer driver of Corporal Punishment. Masayo saying, come on. If you fancy a bit, then take us on. Matilda awaits on the PPZ. Ooh, now there's a little bit of a bent, damaged prong on the front of the Corporal Punishment lifting scoop. And in comes Matilda with the circular saw to cause damage here on Corporal Punishment, and the house robots close in for the kill. A lick of flame, the axe blade of Shunt, the chainsaw of Matilda, and there waiting in the background was Bash as well. Not much damage caused on the aluminium shell though. Adam Clark, for some strange perverse reason, enjoying the damage and destruction to his own robot. Breaking away. Time running out though. Has to come in here and do something spectacular to win this against Disruptor now. Cool. Mean, moody and menacing. Disruptor. They look as if they could go through here. It'll go to the judges. Key points. Good aggression there from Corporal Punishment. And again, pushed away by Disruptor. But there's the damage caused to Corporal Punishment. And that affected mobility.
Okay, I've just got the decision. It's a very, very, very close contest, but the winner is Disruptor! Wow! How do you feel about that?
Waiting for the next one.
Waiting for the next one. You must be terribly disappointed.
I can build something new for next year now.
You can build something new for next year. Ladies and gentlemen, give them a round of applause. See you in the next round, lad.
How did you feel that went?
I thought it was very, well, it obviously was very, very close, but I didn't know until he said that we weren't. I didn't know.
You didn't meter out the corporal punishment, you took it.
Yeah, we had a problem with the grills. Got bent underneath when we hit them too hard a few times, and only got reversed, and the only way reverse was into house robots, so that's all we could do.
So how did you feel about the judge's decision?
They're judges, aren't they, so their decision's final.
An all-Welsh final. Panic Attack against Disruptor.
3, 2, 1, activate.
The saw against the lifting spikes. Panic Attack lower. Lower centre of gravity. Getting in underneath that saw, though. How low can the saw go? Seemed to me it couldn't get it down to create damage there to Panic Attack. And I think the lifting spikes, made from hardened steel, 12 inches long, could cause problems here. Panic Attack trying to push Disruptor back towards that pit there, and again, using the four-wheel drive towards the pit of oblivion. Disruptor on the edge here. They want the end. Down, 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 out, and the end is nigh. And comes for Disruptor. A spinning spider's web.
Oh, Panic Attack! Well, you've won your heat. You're through to the series semi-finals. How you feeling?
We're feeling great.
Tell me, what was your game plan on this game?
We wanted to get the spikes on the front up underneath his bodywork, so he didn't have any traction at all, either then into the house robots or into the pit. Worked a treat.
You seem to have some problems sort of lifting him up, though, didn't you?
Well, we put the forks under, but it was nothing inside the bodywork to hold it there, so it was just going up. Couldn't pick him up at all.
Ladies and gentlemen, give them a round of applause! Well, if you need the pumps in the hair restores, you're too old for Robot Wars. Good night.
And Craig, the lineup for our first series semi-final is complete. Napalm with the prongs. Mace with the waspish stripes and sting. Mortis with its punctuating pickaxe. Behemoth's bulldozing bulldog spirit. Kilotron, pretty in pink, don't believe it. And tonight's winner, Panic Attack.
We are getting sponsored per round for some people, but a lot of companies have given us a donation being in the competition.
So this means you've raised a huge amount for charity.
Well, we're going to raise a bit more when we go home.
Fantastic, well done.